Hey you guys, this is Shell, and this video is about feeling protected as a woman. And I know a lot of women today in the 21st century like to say they're so independent and they can do everything for themselves and they can protect themselves. But when it boils down to nature, a lot of women still like men who can make them feel safe and protected. And there's a difference between men like this and men who are just going out looking for a fight all the time. I'm talking about, a real man that is not going to start anything, but if he has to, he'll finish it. If he needs to protect you or, his family or something like that. Like I said, a lot of women pretend they don't like this, but we do. And I don't see any shame in it. I love feeling protected. Like, for example, one of my exes, I'm not gonna name which one. One of my exes, one time we were somewhere and I had to go in Burger King use the bathroom, and he was sitting down at a table waiting, and on the way to the bathroom, this wannabe thug guy who I would not talk to in a million years, he looked crusty, but anyway, he was like, "That white boy over there, your boyfriend?" And I was just kind of like, yeah. And then he proceeded to try to flirt with me, try to get my number right in front of my boyfriend at the time. I just felt like that was very disrespectful. It wasn't even just like he was like, "Oh, you look very pretty," or "I like your flower," even though still it would be kind of a coward move to say that, when I'm on my way to the bathroom, my boyfriend's standing right there. And if he would have said it while my boyfriend was there, it would have been still rude. But anyway, so he tried to flirt with me, and he was trying to get my number when I was on the way to the restroom. And mind you, his 2 daughters were there, and young daughters. But anyway, so he just carried on, and "You look like a video model." Oh, thank you for telling me I look like. I look nothing like a video model. But anyway, I usually don't get that one. But he was saying all this stuff that was supposed to be a compliment, and I'm just like, are you really expecting me to really talk to you in front of my boyfriend? And I was just what I was thinking, but I really was just, just trying to nicely turn him down. But when I think back on it, it just kind of annoyed me that my boyfriend at the time just kind of sat there. Now, you don't have to go up there and fight the person, but here's what a more masculine or protective man would have probably done. Come up there and like grab my hand and say, "Let's go." B, let this man know that you're disrespecting him in the relationship. Various other ways that he could have handled it. But I think the easiest way to handle it would have just been to come up there and, say, just grab my hand, and I would have gotten the message, and or come up there and put your arm around me, or come up there and just take me away. And that would have been more of a protective man who's not trying to necessarily start a fight, but who's trying to step in somehow. And that would have shown, more so, like, it would have shown that you cared more. But I know he cared, but it would show that you're not a wimp, I guess. And so, when I think back on that, that's pretty unattractive to me when stuff like that happens. And for various reasons now, I'm starting to know more like what types of guys that I like. Well, I have always liked, but I just tried to like date people who weren't what I liked. And so I'm talking to a guy now. Well, I'm actually talking to another guy too, but we're just gonna talk about this guy right now. We're having a conversation, and this guy is like, he's nice to me and stuff like that. He's nice to everybody, but it's just, if somebody tries to, step to him, if somebody, you can tell he has more of a protective thing. I don't know if it has anything to do with just, his hobbies, like he does jujitsu, he does boxing, he does other stuff, like he plays the drums and stuff. But anyway, he's worked at as a bouncer before and stuff like that. So he's not like mean at all. He's a really, really, really nice guy. Just really, really sweet to me and stuff like that. But he has a demeanor about him where I'm pretty sure this guy wouldn't have tried the same thing if it was him. And also, I think it has a lot to do with looks too, because this guy is taller than me. Like I like, well, my ex was taller than me too, but this guy is considerably taller than me, 6'1", 6'2", like I like, and he also has a more like a more manly look. His build is a little bit bigger. His just the way he carries himself. It's like he's not like a mean guy. That's not how he carries himself. It's just that by the way he looks, he would be less likely for somebody to, harass us. But then again, just for the fact that he's white, some people look at any white guy and say he's gonna be a punk, but I don't think so. I mean, according to him, he's had knives pulled on him before, and so yeah. And he owns a gun too, but I don't think he carries it around. But anyway, that's just you don't have to do that to be a manly man or anything like that. But basically, you can tell other guys can sniff it out too. When a guy is not protective of a woman, or he wants to be protective but he's too scared. And I'm thinking this guy that I'm talking to right now, one of them would have done something such as what I mentioned earlier and came up there and just been like, let's go. And he only would have fought or done something to the guy if the guy would have really been pushing it, basically. And so it's like you don't have to go looking for a fight. It doesn't mean you're a punk if you walk away from a fight. But there's other ways to be protective. And women like to feel like if something happened that you would at least try. It's not even, the point isn't even really like whether or not, oh, you're the best fighter in the world or whatever like that. It's whether or not you would at least try, whether it's through physical like fighting or not, because it doesn't even have to escalate to that point, but just in general being protective. And it's just a turn off when you don't feel that you feel like the man in a relationship, or you feel like you're gonna fend for yourself. You feel like if somebody's harassing you or something like that, then you feel like if somebody's harassing you, then your date is gonna run away and you're gonna just be there to fend for yourself, or your date's just gonna stand there and just look nervous. And I understand fear, but whether or not you're scared, I feel like personally, being more traditional in that aspect, I feel like a man still needs to be willing to act. And so act as far as like acting that role of protector. And so I just think that's really important. You guys tell me what you think, like other women and stuff like that. Do you like protective men? Men, do you feel like you are protective? How important do you feel like it is to be protective? Because I feel like it is pretty important. So thank you.